Hey guys! I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my recordings, my voice, my channel. I really appreciate all of your support. In this one, I wanted to speak to you guys about something that I think Albert Einstein says or has said in the past. It's attributed to him at least. And he says something like, it's a friendly universe. And I've been really realizing recently as I get more and more into my journey that I really truly believe that it is a friendly universe that we live in. There's so many ways, so many indications, so many signs and signals all of the time that are coursing and pulsing through towards me in my vicinity, in my energy field, in the people around me, in all of the things that I do, that tells me constantly that the universe that I live in is friendly, but not only friendly, very loving and kind and generous, and is always trying to give to me. Is always trying to protect me. Is always trying to take care of me. No matter what is going on around me, no matter what's going on around me in the world, no matter where it feels a little bit icky, where you feel, oh, this doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel right. Even then, I think, I feel, I hope, I desire, I think that the universe is a friendly place. And why I think this is because not only in hindsight have I noticed that everything that had happened to me, all of the different beautiful things that have happened to me, have been beautiful in hindsight. Me breaking up with an individual in hindsight was a perfect thing that could ever happen to me. Me moving across the world to a different country is the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Me having that conversation with that individual was the right thing to do in that moment in time and the absolutely perfect thing to do in that moment in time. And so as we move through life, we realize in hindsight that everything that's happening to us is correct and beautiful and right and perfect. Well, what Albert Einstein was trying to tell us, and what I'm trying to say in this to myself and to everyone around me, who are just versions of me, is that everything that's happening in this moment in time is perfect. Even though, and a lot of times I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, this feels terrible and it doesn't feel right and I'm doing something wrong and I feel like, what am I doing in my life? I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's happening. And this really isn't the best way to live my life, isn't the way I want to live my life. And all of this doubt, anxiety, fear, resentment, bitterness comes up within me. And I think to myself, I must be on the wrong path. And every single time I have realized that the universe always sends me positive messages saying that I am on the right path, that it's taking care of me, that it loves me. But also, as time goes on, I realize that all of those doubts, fears, and anxiety are just me moving off of that path of realizing that it's a friendly, perfect universe. And every moment is happening as perfectly as it can. It really, truly is happening like that. And we don't realize this because what happens in the moment when we get distracted by life, when we get distracted by all the different things happening around us, is that we like to believe that we like to believe, or we tend to believe, or we end up believing that the universe is testing us, or the universe is against us somehow, or it's trying to do something to us that we don't like. Well, it's not doing anything to you. We are actually doing it to ourselves because we are on this path and we want to learn something. If something is happening in your life right now that you don't necessarily desire or like, it's because you have bought into your life. Yeah, we're all bringing things into our life because that is the best thing that's going to teach us in the moment of time what we need to learn. And what we need to learn is constantly pushing us forward to becoming that best version of ourselves and to following the path of our soul, the agenda of our soul. What's your soul's agenda? You're following it right now. If you're doing something, whatever you're doing, even if it feels like it's not the soul's agenda, it is. You're doing it right. Every moment is perfect. It's happening exactly as it's supposed to happen. You're having that difficult conversation, it's supposed to happen that way. You're meeting that person that you really don't like, that friend that really annoys you. You're supposed to meet that person because they're supposed to teach you something. Someone stops you on the street and asks you for directions and makes you take them all the way to their destination. It's supposed to happen that way. You're supposed to do that kind act, even if it's a little bit annoying to you at the moment in time. It's supposed to happen that way, right? And so everything that happens, what the quote tries to tell us is that if we realize that it's a friendly universe, that everything is happening perfectly, that everything's happening as it's supposed to, then in the moment when something is happening that perhaps is not perfect according to whatever rule or whatever definitions we have for good or bad, we can realize in that moment as well, yeah, this is perfect, this is great, this is exactly what is supposed to happen, I'm happy with this. Even if it feels like it might not be perfect, it is, because I know that the universe is a friendly universe. The universe cares about me. The universe cares a lot about me, really loves me and wants me to be the best version of myself. The universe is always pushing me forward and making me believe in myself and grow further and further. And this universe, this beautiful universe that we live in, would never send me something that is not necessary for my development. Now, of course, a lot of times we're sent things that are not really particularly happy moments, or they're not particularly pleasurable either. Sometimes they're painful, but we can realize in the moment, with the pain that's present, with the displeasure that's present, with the anxiety or fear that's present, that even this moment is perfect, because this moment is supposed to teach us something about ourselves and take us further and further into that version of yourself that you're trying to grow into, that soul's agenda that you're trying to follow, right? And so what I'm trying to do in my life in general is, especially when I get into these moments of times where I feel like, oh my God, I have no idea what I'm doing, I feel irked, or I feel anxious, or I feel fearful, I feel all of those negative emotions, and I'm feeling like I'm not on the right path, and I start asking the universe or God or whoever that mighty being might be to show me the right way. Every single time that happens, I try to remind myself, I try to post everywhere as much as possible, it's a friendly universe and every moment is perfect. Every moment is perfect. It's happening exactly as it's supposed to. So this moment that I think is imperfect, that I think is happening wrongly, that I think is not bringing me closer to that goal that I have of moving forward into that best version of myself, it is perfect, and it is actually bringing me forward into that moment that's going to teach me more about myself. And so there's nothing that I need to worry about. And I think I used to spend a lot of my time sitting there lamenting about the moments that I was in, because they weren't absolutely perfect, or they weren't the moments that I wanted them to be, or they felt like moments that were pulling me back instead of pushing me forward. And now I would like to believe that I'm becoming a little bit better at believing, little by little, getting closer to that goal where I believe every moment is perfect. So even when I'm sitting there thinking, I wish I was somewhere else, I can step back and realize this moment too is perfect. This moment is actually perfect, and I don't need to be anywhere else. In fact, this is the only place I could ever be, and this place is exactly where I need to be in order to learn the lesson that I'm supposed to learn in this moment. Because if I wasn't here, I wouldn't learn that lesson, I wouldn't move forward, but there's no way I wouldn't be here, because this is the only place I could be, because the universe is friendly and every moment is perfect, and it's meant to be that way. Every perfect moment, one after another, we're moving forward towards that goal of completion, towards that goal of following your agenda, the soul's agenda, towards growing and becoming that person that you want to become, towards being that perfect being, towards going back into that oneness that we are all trying to go towards, whatever you want to call it, enlightenment, samadhi, or just whatever that word might be for you. Slowly, surely, you're moving towards it, right? And each moment, which is perfection in itself, is moving you towards that goal. And if you could just remember that in those moments, it's sometimes easy to remember that. Some moments are perfect. You're sitting there with your lover, or you're sitting there watching a beautiful sunset, and you feel, wow, this moment is absolutely perfect, and thank you, universe, for this beauty. Some moments you feel like they're not perfect, obviously, and you feel like, oh, I wish I wasn't here. But you can also take that step back again and realize, yes, even though it feels icky, if it feels not right, it's still perfect and still where I'm supposed to be. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. This is exactly where I need to be. This is exactly what is going to move me forward to where I need to get to, where I want to get to, where my soul or spirit or whatever that thing is wants to get to within me. And so I hope that for myself, I'm hoping that I can take each moment as it comes and really savor it, obviously, but also realize that it's perfect. Even when I'm sitting there, if I'm bored or sitting there thinking to myself, wow, I really wish I was somewhere else, I wish that I could take that step back and say, okay, no, it's fine. You're actually doing perfect. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You don't need to worry about anything. Everything is fine. Just relax and enjoy the moment. That's what I'd like for in the future, and that's what I'm striving for in the future as well. I hope that I was able to make sense to you guys. This is something that I'm obviously learning myself, and so I'm grateful that you were able to listen to it and perhaps get something out of it, something that you can use for yourself. If you have any feedback for me, let me know. If you have any comments, obviously comment below. And I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.